Hi, my name is Alexey Koval and I'm analyst in CryptoArt Fund. Today I would like to present you our in-depth analysis of Binaryx protocol, which is decentralized real estate tokenization platform. But before we start, I would like to tell more about RWA, that is real-world assets. RWA projects aim to tokenize real-world assets such as real estate and make them available for ordinary crypto user. Such projects can bring necessary value in crypto industry. Currently, yield in crypto sector generates from incentives or from revenue of the protocols that is distributed in real yield pools. But both of these yields are quite volatile because they generate in crypto sector. But RWA projects can offer much more sustainable yield than all other DeFi protocols because their yield generates from real-world assets, which is not so volatile as crypto market. Moreover, such projects create new opportunities in crypto, allowing users to utilize real-world assets in smart strategies. Let's back to Binaryx protocol. Binaryx aims to tokenize real estate market. They plan to start from properties in United Arab Emirates and Bali, and in future expand to USA. They're preparing legal documents currently in Wyoming state to operate there. So, how the overall processes looks like? Let's go to the documentation of the Binaryx protocol to explain everything. So, Binaryx tokenize real estate properties and sell them to investors. From selling of every property, Binaryx takes fee. Investors that become holders of tokenized property start to receive a yield from rent payments and growth of the property price, if the property price grows. Overall, protocol consists of three parts of processes. First is initial tokenization, that is selling tokenized property to investors. The second is creating liquidity. Protocol creates initial liquidity for a part of tokenized property. The third is secondary market. It is where tokenized assets can be bought and sold. So now let's take a look closer on the first processes, initial tokenization. So as they told in the documentation, which is quite well explained everything, we can see that here, the first step of the tokenization process is that the project owner registers an account in Binaryx, and this owner should complete KYC. So without the KYC, property cannot be even listed on the Binaryx protocol. Then the system generates a request to an audit oracle just to check that it is real property, it is real owner, and all docs is good. After that, after the successful audit is performed, there will be intent agreement between the owner and the Binaryx protocol. The purpose of this intent agreement is to ensure that the owner does not sell or damage the property during the listing period, and ensures that the property ownership will be transferred later to the property DAO if enough funds raised for this while this listing period. What is property DAO? Every investor who invests in this listing to buy a fraction of this property later will receive tokenized shares like in kind of B tokens. But also the property DAO will be registered in USA as LLC company, and every initial investors or holder of this B asset is actually a shareholder of this property DAO company that is registered really in USA. So there will be a lot of different properties, and there will be a lot of different property DAOs for every property, and every B asset will have actually shares in this property DAO. Okay, let's move next. While listing period, Binaryx raises from investors enough funds to buy this property and distribute tokens. Then it calls smart contract that creates this property DAO and distributes tokens and changes the status of this property on the Binaryx marketplace, so users can receive tokens and later to sell them on the marketplace. So it was the process of the tokenization. But as we can see that the owner of the property and the investors should pass QIC. So even if it is crypto user and he wants to invest in the property to receive this B token, then he needs to pass QIC, and it's not so good for crypto industry because in crypto or in DeFi we want to just use our MetaMask and do not pass any QIC. So the alternative way to invest in property is PB asset, not B token, not B asset, but PB asset. PB asset is alternative way for crypto users who don't want to pass QIC. So any B asset can be converted like wrapped in PB asset. And currently we are in negotiations with team to make available to receive yield from rent payments for holders of PB tokens too, because currently in current state of the protocol, only B asset holders, on the B token holders will receive yield from rent payments, not PB asset holders. But currently, as I told before, we are in negotiations with Binaryx team to make available to receive rent payments, to receive yield even on these PB tokens. So users who don't want to pass KYC, who don't want to complete KYC procedure, can just invest in these PB tokens and receive yield, like we used to in DeFi. Also, protocol has utility token called Binaryx, which is governance token, utility token. By staking and locking this token, users will get a part of revenue that is aggregated from all the fees in the protocol. Part of the fees will go to team and other part will go to real yield pool. The fees that is goes to team will be used for operational expenses. The real yield pool, the stakers in real yield pool, will receive rewards not equally, but with time-weighted approach. So you will lock tokens in this real yield pool, and the longer period you lock your tokens, the higher allocation in this pool you will receive and the higher rewards you will have. So it stimulates like to lock and tokens on longer periods, and circulation supply will decrease, and it is good for price. So to understand investment potential of this project in CryptArt, we use machination modeling. This model consists of several parts, and I will explain step by step. Let's move to machination model. This is machination model, and we see here some parts to understand the potential of the project. To understand and simulate future prices of Binaryx token, we need to calculate internal supply and demand and external supply and demand. To calculate internal supply, we use distributions of the tokens according to all wastings and locks provided by project. Such way we can calculate which circulation supply we will have in any day we want. And we can assume that in the worst scenario, all investor tokens and all incentive tokens and all teams tokens will be sold once they're unlocked. This creates like dump pressure on the price. And so it's like creating like internal dump pressure on the price. And every day of wasting, some tokens will be sold. and we can calculate this. This we calculate in this first part of the of machination model. So we have every part of allocation, for example, private rounds, seed rounds, different incentives allocations, or for AMM allocation, and we know the vestings and logs for every category, and we can calculate which circulation supply we will have in every category in any day we want. And we can calculate like dump supply, just summing up all the tokens that is unlocked in any day in categories like investors or teams or incentives that is probably will be sold on the market. Okay. Next, we can move to calculating internal demand. Protocol has a real yield pool and uses its revenue as incentives. Revenue of the protocol consists of 3 parts. So let's take a look closer. First part is actually initial tokenization. So they take fees from every property sold. They take fees from the owner who sells his property and from the investors who buy property. And so these like fees from the initial listing of this property. The second part is marketplace. So when the tokens traded on the marketplace, Binaryx takes fees. And the third part is rent payments. So when rent payments made and a fraction of these rent payments taken as fees, these fees will be distributed in real yield pool. All these fees aggregated in one real yield pool from all sources and then distributed as rewards in this real yield pool. So this revenue creates APR in this pool. The higher revenue, the higher APR, the higher APR, the higher pump pressure on the price, because people will see that the project has like 100% APR in the pool with rewards in USDT or USDC in stables, and such way it will create pump pressure on the price, because to stake tokens in this real yield pool, users need to buy tokens on the market, for example on Uniswap, and then stake these tokens in real yield pool, and this creates pump pressure. The higher revenue, the better. Okay. Next part is marketing. Binaryx plans to spend 3,700 USD on marketing per day. With different effectiveness of the marketing, we can simulate different variants how marketing stimulates price. And the next part is external demand and external supply. So in this these parts connected to macroeconomics and BTC performance in 1 year, because in different scenarios of market will be different results of the project. So we need to also know effect of macroeconomics and BTC performance in 1 year. And the last part of machination, and one of the biggest part of the machination, is actually simulating the price. And for this we need AMM model. So we need automated market maker system that is created in machination model. In this AMM we can simulate initial liquidity. So we have Binaryx token and the other part of the pool, for example USDT, and we can simulate the initial price of the of this pool, and then we can connect our calculated dump pressure from internal dump pressure and external dump pressure to understand, to connect with tokens sold, so we know how many tokens will be sold in every day in different scenarios that we simulate. And these tokens will be sold in Uniswap version 2, and price will drop. And we know how much tokens will be bought with different scenarios from internal demand from real yield pool and from marketing and from external demand from the situation on the macroeconomics and BTC. And we know how much tokens will be bought, so price will rise. So we know we know demand and we know supply. So we can simulate the prices of Binaryx token using Uniswap version 2 formulas. It is actually what we are doing to simulate and to understand the potential of the project in different scenarios. Okay, let's take a look what we will see. For example, every step that we have in this model represent 1 day of the life of the protocol. So we can just start to show you how it works. So every day goes and we see, for example, let me take 2 seconds. We can see that, for example, distribution. We know how many tokens will be allocated. For example, 11,000 of airdrop tokens will be distributed every day, and this potential the dump supply that will be sold, and we will have pressure on the price. And here on this chart below we can see actually the price of the Binaryx token using all these formulas. Actually, we can show on the graph on the chart anything what we want. For example, real estate sold, circulation supply of every category, pump pressure, dump pressure, internal or external, everything what we need. But here the most important part is token price. Token price shows us the potential of the project and the we will invest or not. So such way, step by step, we can simulate the price of the token and understand what will be the price in different scenarios. We divided scenarios such way. Two variants of project performance, bad and good. Where bad is a project almost don't have any tokenized properties and marketing is not effective. It is bad condition of the project, not high. And good performance is when project finds success, becomes popular, and has cost-effective marketing and generates high revenue, of course. Also, we have 3 variants of market performance: crypto and market performance, bull market, flat market, no change, and bear market. It's like crypto winter. Such way, we simulate 6 variants in total with appropriate parameters in every simulations. Okay, after we made all the simulations, all these 6 simulations, and we received the results of these simulations, we received the prices in any day during the year, 1 year, in every simulation of these 6 variants. We need to analyze them, and to analyze them we use Python. In Python we calculate 7 days average of the price to make the prices more stable, because we have high volatility of the results. And we can chart these to plot these results on the chart. And we can show it in 2 different ways. First is simple, is to just show the prices that we received. But we are interested in what revenue we can receive by investing in this project. And for this we calculate the revenue, we calculate ROI on our investment. And if our investment is with price 70.5 cents, I mean $0.175. So we can calculate how many X's we make on the investment. And such way we plot these results in log scale plot to understand the results of the project in different scenarios. And what we can see here, we can see that if the bad project and bad condition of the market, the results in 1 year, we can see that will be like 1x on our investment. It means that after listing, and listing is 50 cents, the price will drop nearly on 80%, but we still have like all the money that we invested. We will not lose money, but it is bad scenario because after the listing of the token, 80% drop. It probably will kill the project soon. In this scenario, project didn't launch any listings or made listings, but not enough to cover dump pressure, internal dump pressure, and investors just sold all tokens. But we can make this chart more understandable to analyze if we make like a heat map. How to understand this chart? It is a very important chart and make like clear vision of the potential of this project, how much money we can earn by investing in it. So we have, as I told before, 6 conditions, six simulations. Good project on good market means that project finds success and finds success while we have a bull market. When the market made, for example, when Bitcoin costs 100k and marketing is cost effective and etc. So it is good conditions. And bad conditions is market make minus 40% and project didn't launch any properties and marketing is not cost effective. And the average is flat market and the project can have some properties sold or not so many properties sold, but we can see that results in average is 2 or 5x. So we make on our investment rises 2 times or 4 times from our investment in 1 year, and it is in bad market if the project good. If we will have in 1 year good market and good project, our results can be like 80 times of our investment and even more. So with these metrics we can understand the potential of this project, and actually the results we received from Binaryx is quite good, because there are a lot of projects that have very bad economics and the results is not so good. In Binaryx we have quite balanced economics, quite balanced demand and supply, and with enough external demand and with cost-effective marketing, because they have 1 million in marketing budget, and I think that it is quite big budget, and with cost-effective marketing approach they can attract external demand that will cover dump pressure, and token price can rise, and we will receive results like from 4 or even 10 times on our investment. Okay, now let's move next. Okay, let's back to protocol mechanics. Protocol has mechanics for creating secondary liquidity. The team created an opportunity to receive temporary liquidity without selling a share of their token with a penalty, without selling actually B token. You can create, as a holder of B token, a bond for a certain period of time on your Binaryx. You sell the right to receive income for this period. the bondholder begins to receive it, but you receive liquidity for a certain period of time. After the bond expires, the yield returns to the Binaryx holder. So such way, the Binaryx protocol creates this initial liquidity, like not like initial liquidity, but like secondary liquidity that you can use. And these bonds can be like new Lego in DeFi industry with real estate approach. And also, analyzing operational costs, it seems to us that the cost of maintenance of the project is quite high. It is worth understanding that for a classic business, it would be a lot. For a model that is launched in the new realities of RWA, this can theoretically be justifiable, high costs for marketing and development, so we don't see it is as a red flag. But we draw your attention. Currently, the project is in early stage. There are no significant investors with well-known names, but the project currently began to create a marketing strategy, launched successful companies on Q3, and attracted the attention of the users in general. Okay. So the marketing of the Binaryx quite planned, and they already showed the results that they can manage the marketing budget and attract real interested users who wants to use this Binaryx protocol. Okay, conclusions. We consider the Binaryx protocol potentially good investment idea with a risk level between medium and high, but we need to understand that it is crypto market, and if we compare with real world assets or stock market, crypto is already high risk investment, and in this high risk investment category, Binaryx is like from medium to high risk, even for crypto, because it is early stage and new idea, new approach. Positive aspects of the project. High quality tokenomic model. We've seen a lot of different tokenomics models, but the Binaryx project really constructed well-designed tokenomics with understanding of the all interactions between their agents in their protocol, and they know how to what their motives and what their punishments, and how to stimulate the price of the Binaryx token. So it is very positive aspect. It is potentially a very strong industry. It's hard to not agree that DeFi and real-world assets should be connected. And currently, we don't see a lot of successful projects in this sector, but there are a lot of potential in this sector. And Binaryx can be one of the first projects that can successfully connect real estate and crypto industry. Okay, and the work of the project and the weaknesses of this project. It is a new industry. It is like a positive aspect because it has high potential if project succeeds. But we need to understand that because this industry is new, then there is high risk with this industry. And it is also like a factor that we need to understand and count. The work of the project depends on a large number of external oracles, and which we cannot control. Controlling them is the duty and the task of Binaryx itself. And we must understand that this is potential weak point, because all these audits and etc., it is all the duty of the Binaryx. And if Binaryx cannot, for example, manage to properly audit or make agreement or register DAOs in appropriate jurisdictions, then this protocol cannot succeed, so it is risk. Minus also is the lack of large investors in the project. It is understand for all that retail investors would like to see large investors, popular names in the list of investors of this project, and Binaryx don't have these names. And but overall marketing strategy of Binaryx is quite good. So we think that Binaryx is quite a good investment, to summarize, that have pretty well described documentation and well-developed economics. According our simulations of the price using machination model that I showed before, we think that potential return of the investment is quite above the risks that we have while investing in this project. So thank you for your attention, and it was deep dive analysis of Binaryx protocol by CryptoArt. See you later.